let me say this, because I feel like there are a lot of women that want these ultra successful men.
Mm.
If a man has all day to talk to you, he's broke. He's broke. I'm sorry. He don't have no aspirations. He's not in his purpose on purpose. There's no way that a man that has a vision, a plan, a purpose should be talking to you on the phone all day. If you're young, okay, that's cool. You ain't figured your life out. Let that man figure that out. That's cool. But if you're in your 30s and 40s and you talking to me all day on the phone, I got questions for you. I literally am like, what do you do with your life? What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of It's Giving. I am your host, Sarah Fontenot, and if you have not yet, please hit that button below, get subscribed, and hit that little bell so you get a new notification with each new piece of content. Look, guys, every week we are having real, raw, dynamic conversations, or we are answering the questions that you have submitted. And I have to tell you guys, we are overwhelmed by all of the questions that are being asked, okay? And we are trying to get to all of them, which is why we're adding so many of these solo episodes. So I hope that this is okay with you guys. I literally thought we were just going to be like chopping these up for Instagram bites, but like we actually post the full thing as episodes. So, you know, this was not my plan. I just get told what to do. Okay. I'm not the boss here. So with that being said, I got my girl Anissa behind the mic, behind the camera.
What's up, shawty? What's up?
What it do, boo? You gonna be reading the questions as per usual. We got Who Is Kenny V over here producing, working that switchboard, making sure that everything looks the way that it's supposed to look. And without further ado, Anissa, are you ready to set us off? Shot by Anissa, not shot with a gun, shot by a camera. Okay.
This is true. All right, we have questions.
Ready.
How do you fix a cracked marriage, or best ways to mention couples therapy?
Or best ways to mention couples therapy?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't speak to marriage because I'm not married.
Mm-hmm.
And it really depends on how many years, months, or days you have of built up unspoken resentment in any kind of relationship or marriage. Like cracks to me usually come from a lack in communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lack in desire for understanding or feeling misunderstood. And, you know, oversight, non-acknowledgement. There's so many different things that can cause cracks in the foundation. And I think the way to fix anything is through self-awareness. Where are you the problem? I know that one of the things that you can do, I've read a lot of books, how to have the relationship that you want. If it's a woman that's asking this question, stop being masculine with your partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Allow that man to lead. So even when it comes down to something as simple as a fight, instead of being like, I'm sick and tired of telling you, it's like, may I share something with you? You know, I'd really love to have this conversation. And tone and body language says a lot than just your words do. So being self-aware of where are you ruffling your partner's feathers? Can you be emotionally regulated enough to just have a conversation, share how you feel without being all fired up? And then also, can you love them the way they want to be loved? We've all read the 5 love languages. How does your partner like to be loved? Is it physical touch? Is it quality time? Put your phone down, you know, when you're having those conversations. Physical touch does not only mean sex. Sometimes it's rubbing their leg while you're sitting on the couch watching a movie. Sometimes it's holding hands in the mall. Sometimes it's giving little kisses, walking from the kitchen to the washroom, whatever it may be, right? Or maybe it is your love language is words of affirmation. How can I build this person up today? How can I tell you something and mean it? You know, and maybe you're so sick of your person where you can't even think of anything positive to say. What about their outfit? Can you compliment the outfit maybe? You know, or how about their haircut? Does their haircut look nice? Or how about the fact that they put the cap back on the toothpaste? Whatever it could, your breath smells good today. Find something that can be honest so that you can really compliment that person. Words of saying, I love you. You know, you mean you're important to me. You're enough. You're more than enough for me. I'm so blessed to have you. Even if you're angry, you can't say those things to a person that's words of affirmation on the negative side point because that breaks them more than usual. Gifts. Now look, gifts do not have to be purchased. Gifts can be made. You know, whatever it may be. I see you looking. No, it didn't move. You're good.
Okay.
I love you, Anissa. She is paying good attention to detail. That's my girl and her feminine over here. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. So gifts could be purchased or they could be made. You know, is it the last one, which is acts of service? Take out the trash. Do things to make that person's life easier. Those are just one ways. That's love languages. There's also sexual languages, right? Is your person a little bit kinky? Are they sensual? Are they just straight sexual? What is it that they need in order to feel loved, which will actually, when you love something, it becomes better. So sometimes you have to put your own pride and ego to the side and know that your first attempts at fixing things are probably going to be received as strategic, manipulative, and conniving, or you just trying to get something out of me. But if you stay consistent with being the truth of how you want to show up in your partnership, your partner will automatically shift, whether married or
they
not.
will honor that.
Yeah.
They will
and
honor it.
last thing I'll say is learn the Gottman theory.
What's the Gottman theory?
The Gottman theory is a man that's been married forever, and he has a way of saying in the upper 90% tile of whether a marriage will last to 5 years, 7 years, 15 years, or they won't last at all. And it's through identifying what he calls the 4 horsemen. We've talked about this before, which is contempt, stonewalling, criticism, and defensiveness. And if you have all 4 of those things in your relationship, it is guaranteed to fail. And so do you have contempt? Do you think you're better than your partner? Are you critical? Are you constantly picking at what they do wrong, or are you celebrating what they do right? Are you defensive? You can't hear anything that they do try to say to you for a place to actually grow because you're so defensive, protecting who you are and how you see yourself. You can't even understand how that person may see you. And lastly is stonewalling, where you shut down. You don't even communicate. Now it's like talking to a wall. If you have those things in a relationship, all 4, you are certain to fail.
Oh yeah, we have talked about that. Is that a book, the Gottman theory?
Well, actually, no. I heard about the Gottman theory reading a different book called the Black Man. Oh, I want to say Splice, but that's not what it's called. Hang on a second. Because now my brain won't let it go.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of scrolling. Oh, man. I can't even think of his name. This book is called... Dang. Ooh. I'm gonna have to put it in the caption because I cannot think of what the book is called. It's something like Splice or something like that. But anyway, in this book, he talked about Gottman, and that's when I started doing my research on the Gottman theory. So I don't know. I'm sure he does have a book, but I've just done research on his way of teaching.
Theory. What does it mean to be in contempt with your partner?
Contempt is when you put yourself above a person. So oftentimes, if you are contemptuous, you talk down to that person. Oh, you never get it right. Oh, you think you better than us now. Oh, you think you so good. It's when you are speaking downward to a person. And that, he says, is the absolute worst one, because now you're not even on the same playing field and your partner can never really beat that or overcome that. This is going to drive me crazy what this book is called. That's why I'm looking at my phone for those of you watching that pay attention. I like eye contact when we talk. The Celestine Prophecy. That was so good. Blink. Malcolm Gladwell. That is a great book.
Blink?
Yes, but in Blink, like blinking your eyes.
Oh, Blink. I thought you said blank. Okay.
Yes. So in that book, that's where I learned. This is why it pays to read, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
More questions.
Are we complete?
Yes, with that question, for sure.
I'm happy now.
Do you think dating apps are beneficial to single people or a waste of time?
It really depends on the person. I think that there are people that are on dating apps to get smashed and smash. I do. Like that's it. Like you do not want anything real. And then there are people that genuinely don't have time, are looking for someone that has similar interests, is compatible with what they want, they could build chemistry with, has a good energy and alignment and a vision. So it really just depends on who you're connecting with on the app. But I think that there's a little bit of everything. It's Smash City out there from what I've heard. Are you on a dating app?
I was legit about to ask you the same thing. I was waiting for you to stop so I could ask you that same thing. Because no, I'm not. I was. So my life spiraled out of control not last year, fall and winter of 2022, right before like when my mom like really started to decline.
Yeah.
So when I'm bored, I hop on dating apps.
Oh, what do you do?
I just like
do you go on dates?
No.
Was it Smash City? It's giving Smash City. It's giving get smashed.
Yeah, it was definitely like, I guess I was bored and I kind of, when I get in those moments, when I get in these seasons where I'm not like talking to anybody or I'm not in a relationship, but I just want to see what I can pull at the moment. It's just a dozens game. I just
sounds like ego. Sounds like
you know what? It could 100% be ego.
I'm recommending the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill to you, Anissa.
Do I have that book? No, I have The Bait of Satan.
It's a good book too.
Yeah.
It's a great book.
Outwitting the Devil?
Outwitting the Devil.
Okay.
Don't be a drifter.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Sounds like drifting to me. Do you want to ask me the question? You can ask me the question. I dare you. It's camera 3. Don't put the on me.
Is the Sarah Fontenot on dating apps?
No. Absolutely not. And for no other reason than I feel like I date through referrals.
What does that?
That's what I feel like. I don't feel like I don't.
What does that
people
mean?
I know are like, you're dope. This person's dope. You guys should get to know each other.
Oh, like people be playing matchmaker with you.
Yeah, or it's Instagram. Instagram is definitely people shoot their shot on the ground.
Oh, so you let the basket open in the DMs?
Not really, not often, no. But that's where a lot of shots get shot, though.
Oh,
you know,
whether they make it in is not up for discussion. But
yeah. It's very rare, to be honest. But I do feel like I just don't want to be on a dating app. Plus, I feel like people already judge me based off of like a visual. I don't want that.
Like, what do you mean? Because
I think they think I would be on Smash City. That's what I think.
You think so?
Maybe. I wear wigs and lashes, and I feel like it's a whole judgment.
But you don't have the BBL. You don't have the bad bitch trifecta.
What, a booty?
Dang. No. I didn't say you didn't have a booty. I said you don't have a BBL. You see how she goes straight into that? I just said she doesn't have bad bitch trifecta. She doesn't have the BBL. You got the wigs and the lashes and the pretty face.
Oh.
Girl, get that.
It's kind. I don't have my nails done either. I have natural nails.
Okay, sure.
I guess that's regular.
You know what? That's actually very surprising. I'm surprised you don't get your nails done.
I do get my nails done.
No, I'm saying like acrylics. Like,
why?
I don't know. It's just the aesthetic that I'm used to. Like, you don't check, like you're supposed to check the boxes, but you don't. Kind of like, I wear wigs, but I don't get acrylics. I'm a little different. But
I also wear my natural hair.
You do, but you wear wigs more.
I don't want to deal with my natural hair.
Yeah, that's fact. I mean, that's honest.
It's easier.
Yeah.
The virgin hair fantasy. Shout out to you guys. They got me being, who do you need me to be? Okay. Do I want to be Sasha Fierce today? Do I want to be Little Miss Muffet today? Do I want to be the first lady today? Like, I love the looks that I get from the virgin hair fantasy. Oh, you can use a discount code below. Use Miss Sarah Fontenot and you can save on your unit if you want one.
And you can get a car. I'm sorry.
And you can get a unit too. This is called the Love. Do you see the length? Wait, they got to get the length. This is like 26 inches, I think. That's why I'm not on dating apps. They see 26 inches and it's like, oh, Smash City for sure.
You think people will judge you solely on your wig?
I think people judge everyone on how they look.
Mm.
And I don't look like who I am.
Why do you think that you get such a negative connotation like off of first looks judgment?
I don't think it's a negative connotation. I think it's a judgmental connotation. I think it's
judgment. Oh, I guess you can see it. I see what you mean.
Yeah, I think that it's people see women that wear makeup and hair and dress in anything fitted, and oftentimes, yes, they're nice to look at, or those are the gold diggers, or those are the the players' girlfriends, or those are the side chicks, and I'm none of those things. I just enjoy to feel my best and put on some makeup sometimes, and sometimes I don't. You've seen me looking crazy, and I'm okay with that. I love all versions of myself. I just leave the house how I want to feel the best.
I understand. And note, I've never looked at Sarah one time and said, this girl looks crazy.
Oh, well, thank you for the note, but you've definitely
according to Sarah, I have.
Ooh,
but to me, Sarah with no makeup on, it's like looking crazy to her. And I think she's beautiful. No.
I'm saying no makeup on, hair crazy. Sleep in my eyes.
First looks. Yeah, I get it. Okay,
like it's giving, come save me. It's giving, dear Jesus. It's giving, send me prayer.
I can't deal with you. Okay, next question, because you're silly.
I'm ready.
Do you think social media has helped or hurt the dating scene?
Destroyed.
Golly, that's not one of the options.
Absolutely destroyed the dating scene. I think people think they have more options than they actually do. I think that because everyone is a quick tap away, it makes it seem like it's something that it's not. And I think that people are overlooking and going past really good quality people for what they think it should look like on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think people are more hungry for a perception than a reality. I think there are so many miserable marriages presenting themselves as happy on Instagram because it brings them validation and dopamine by getting likes and comments. And I think that there's a lot of facading happening. That's what I think.
Golly.
What do you think?
I think social media has destroyed the world, not just the dating scene.
Yeah.
I feel like we were the last generation to have real childhoods.
Damn.
I believe that we were.
I used to play in the backyard.
Yeah, like it was so crazy. I was riding down the street with one of my closest friends, and we saw a group of kids just like walking down the street, like coming from the convenience store or whatever. And I can't remember the last time. Like I grew up like that. Me and my friends, you get out a little $5 because $5 take you a long way. Back when I got
$1.
You know what I'm saying? You just
5-cent candies. What?
Right, exactly.
That whole little clear plastic bag.
Hello. So it's just like I haven't seeing those kids made me realize that the world is just not what it used to be. Because I don't remember the last time I just seen kids be kids.
Yeah, no, kids are grown now.
Yeah, they're so concerned about the instant I think the instant gratification that comes with social media has destroyed the world because the world isn't about instant gratifications. It's about working hard and earning what you have in life. And if you don't, especially living in America, we're quote unquote the land of the free, but we have to work hard for what you get for our white picket fence and the nice house. We had to work for it. But since social media, like you said, it gives us dopamine, it gives us instant gratification. Mm-hmm. We internalize that and project it on everything in our life. We think that we don't have to work hard for nothing. We think that we can have, it gives us an overinflated sense of self too.
Yeah. And I have to sneeze. Pardon me. Sorry about that.
That is the cutest thing.
No, it's not. They used to make fun of me and say I sounded like a donkey growing up. Just rude.
There was a girl in my class, in my high school class, 10th grade. She sneezed like the Aflac duck.
Aflac, like that sound.
I chant it sounds like that's exactly how she speaks.
Oh, that poor baby. People are mean, but I will say, going back to, I think one of the major things, and I hate this for young women all over the world, is it's destroying beauty standards.
Oh,
because
my
I
God,
also think that little girls all over the world are comparing their natural to everyone's enhanced, and don't mess around and put on a filter. Even now, when you see parents with filters on their phones showing their kids, now the kids see themselves with this filter on. So if you start at 1 or 2 years old,
I didn't even think of it like that.
If you're starting at 1 or 2 years old, seeing yourself filtered, more beautiful than you actually look, or more flawless than you actually look, or you have longer lashes or smoother skin or whatever it may be, you're actually setting that child up to feel less beautiful. Like, one thing for me, I'm not putting a filter on any of the babies in my life. Now, if you're grown, okay, great. You've already been beaten up by life a little bit. You understand beauty standards. It just is what it is.
That's true, though.
But if, as a child, I don't want to put any filters on a child unless they can't see themselves. Then I'll put a filter like, oh, look at this little cute, you got a bug on your face, or like something like that. But if it's the other stuff, no. I don't want to do that to children, because it's destroying confidence.
So let's go to the next one. That's a great answer.
Thanks. That was a great answer to you too.
Thank you.
Teamwork makes the dream work. While you're looking, I'd like to celebrate my necklace. It's custom It's Giving podcast with the logo. Kenny, can we please add wings on the website to this microphone that's on there?
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the picture. Kenny has made, side note, since it's not time for a commercial, and this isn't one, but you all know me, I'm a squirrel, so I'm just going to talk about it. My team has made the most beautiful website on the planet. If for nothing else, you just want to see a dope website, click the link below. Now, if you want to get enrolled in the newsletter and get free tips, tricks, hacks, all the cool stuff, you could do that too. Click the link below, MsSarahFontenot.com. But when I tell you, I was looking at this website like, I'm that girl now. Like, I'm that girl that has that website. Yeah. And if you want one, they can do it for you too. So throwing that out there, click the link below if you're interested.
Kenny,
I need to add wings. I say that all to say we need wings added to the logo because we're soaring.
Haha. Period.
You see what we did?
It's giving rocket ship.
It's giving, baby. Take us up.
It's giving. It's giving all the things.
Yes.
All right. This is a good one.
Okay.
How to deal with people or quote unquote friends, emphasis on the quote unquote, who show up for others but not for you.
How to what with people?
How to deal with people.
I don't.
Can we elaborate just a little bit more, Miss Fontenot?
I don't. Like, if you don't want to, and that changes, right? You don't have to purchase what I'm selling in order for me to feel like you're supporting me. But are you sharing on your page? It's free to repost a story. It's free to post a post. It's free to tell a friend. It's free to send a link. It's free to do all of those things. So what does your level of support look like? And if you're doing that for other people and you're not doing that for me, first things first, I would say have the conversation. Don't just dead someone off because they're not doing what they may not know to do. Or it may not be innate to them to do that. But when you have the conversation, after the conversation, if they're still like, nah, I'm good, but they're doing it for other people, it's giving hater. It's giving ride coattail. It's giving be gone. But I love you.
That's such an elevated response.
No, I don't. I thought that was pretty low vibrational, to be honest. I did, but it's true. Am I low vibrational?
Girl, I'm not even going to satisfy that with a response.
Every so often.
Okay, here's a
Uh-oh.
Is fine, funny, and faking money the new thing for dating 2024?
Was it faking money or effing money?
Like you saw that one, right?
No, I hadn't seen any of these.
It's using the different symbols, but I'm not sure.
Fine, funny, and money. The what? What's the rest of the question?
It's fine, funny, and
something money.
The new thing for dating in 2024.
Fine, funny, and money. I mean, that's a good combination.
Girl.
It's a great combination. I feel like.
So let me ask you this: could you date a man that you felt like wasn't the finest thing on the planet?
I usually only date men that I don't think are the finest on the planet. Like my sister will say all of my exes are unattractive. She says that actively all the time. She says she can't think of one attractive man that I've dated. Although I disagree. I definitely disagree. They were good looking to me, but it's never about the initial thing for me has never been attraction. Never. It's always been, how do I feel around this person? Energy. Where are you going? What's the plan? Oh, okay. I can like you. Before
you give yourself permission to like that person?
Yeah, it's always me. Like when I made the terrible decision to date a person I never should have dated, it was me. I did that to myself. I can't even blame anybody. Yeah, he love bombed. Yeah, he did this. Yeah. I chose him. Accountability right here.
Right.
It was me.
Right.
I was tripping.
This is a deep question.
Ooh.
The next one.
Okay.
Why do great dads have subpar Father's Day treatment?
I hate that for them because that's true.
It is. I think it's because man, this is deep rooted in so many different things.
I know.
Because this literally goes back to slavery. Like back when like the men were being completely emasculated by their slave masters, and due to the events that happened from slavery up into the civil rights movement up until now, like over time, women have lost respect for the black man. Like I genuinely feel like like I was watching
Why
a video.
do you think that is?
It goes both ways, right? I feel like the importance and the value of the black father in the household has been lost.
But I'm saying, why do you think women have lost respect for the black man?
I feel like it's two things. Because one, a lot of black men don't deserve respect.
I was not expecting you to say that at all.
I'm sorry. Like there's a lot of men out here who don't. There's a lot of people out here that don't deserve respect. Because to me, respect is earned. Like I can be kind to you, right?
Okay.
And still like don't care that you exist. Like I just, that's just me. When I say that they don't deserve respect, I'm talking about the respect of a king. You're acting like a gesture, but you want me to treat you like a king. That's crazy. I'm talking about those men. Now, if we're talking about great, affluent black men that may still not receive the respect that they feel like they deserve, I feel like one, they're looking for that certain attribute in the wrong places, so they priorities may be messed up. And on top of that, I honestly just feel like there's like a stigma on the black man that he's toxic. His masculinity is toxic, and we can't be safe with them because a lot of them have shown us that we haven't. But on top of that, that's a socio-economical problem too. So it's like you can literally hit that question from so many different areas, because we were like, okay, why aren't the black men in the home? Well, because that's a lot. A lot of them are in jail. Why are they in jail? Well, because a lot of them got caught. They got 20 years for getting caught with a dime bag because of the war on drugs with Clinton. Like it goes so deep as to like why the black what's the word? Matriarchy, the black patriarchy in the family isn't respected or isn't so prominent these days.
Dang.
Like, was it somebody had told me the other day that well, no, that was you. Wasn't it just you were the one that just told me that fathers walking their daughters down the aisle is becoming more rare and rare? That's a thing. Black men a lot of times are either being killed off, they're in jail, they're gay. Can we be real? They're gay, or they don't want children. They don't want that lifestyle. And then the rest of them, the ones that meet all of our standard, are the ones that are for the picking. But we gotta literally, what is the ratio between male and female in Atlanta? Like for every one female, there's like
9 women or something.
I mean, for every one male, there's like 9 women or something like that. that's because when you take away the ones that are in jail, the ones that are dead, the ones that are straight, and the ones that want a family and children, and then we got to take in their mental health. Are they mentally capable of leading us properly? We have been left with the corners in the bag. I'm sorry.
Not the corners in the bag.
Yeah, like the little crumbs in the little paper, the chip bag.
I visualize what you said.
Yeah, that's what we're, because I just feel like now, and but compared to 8.2 billion people, that's still a lot of men. It's just now all of the women are trying to find.
Could you date a white man?
I could, hands down. Shout out to you, John. Hands down.
Well, okay.
I could. And you want to know why? Black men is what made me open to dating white men. I've experienced so much bad treatment from black men. It made me more open to dating outside my race. I kid you not. I kid you not. I swore off of it up until like age 26. I was like, I would never date outside my race. I love black men. And even to this day, black men are my number one choice. I love a melanated man. Makes me, does all the things for me. But the what I went through in my marriage, I was like, maybe my husband ain't black. Maybe he's Asian. Maybe he's Mexican. Maybe, because it's a maybe. Who knows? Because I've seen it. And I love so much. I'm like, dog, as long as that man treats that woman right and vice versa, I don't care what they look like, bro. Because at the end of the day, there's too many messed up people out here in the world to be caring about our skin tone. Like, it's because it's like evil and hate don't have a race. It don't. It's like you either good or you ain't. And honestly, there's bad people everywhere. So it's like you find somebody that love you, you think they fine. At this point, you can be purple for all I care. You can treat me right and you love me. And
a whole alien.
Huh?
She just said we down with the aliens.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we don't want to go down there because technically, I believe that we're all aliens. But hey, we're not going to go down that road. We're spirits having a human experience. If that ain't an alien, I don't know what it is.
I just shrunk all the way down. My poor camera 3. Let me sit up. Hang on a second. Let me get my life together. That was a lot.
But like seriously, like you really gotta, because how many women have you heard in your lifetime? I don't need no man for nothing.
That's not true.
But I know it's not true. But how many times have you heard that?
But I can also understand. I feel like most women feel like they don't need the men as they are today, because the men as they are today are very much in their feminine and not in their masculine. So for a woman that's very much in her masculine, who's making the money, who's showing up for her family, who's doing the deal, who's taking care of herself, realistically speaking, all she would need a man for is a good time, right? A good night,
very true.
a physical involvement. And so inside of that, I feel like I can understand why women say that. And it's not until we get back to the normal spectrum of women acting like feminine women and men acting like masculine men. We all have both. They're not genders, they're energies. But when we get back to a space where our yin and yang is really centered and more cohesive, we're going to keep running into this problem.
I honestly don't think that will ever happen.
I mean, the rate we're going now, that's not the agenda to make it happen. I mean, when you look, no shade to anybody, but if you have the media for completely heterosexual men to be wearing dresses on a red carpet, or if you look at women that are, saying things like, "Oh, I don't need no man," when you look at how Black women are overly sexualized, so that you don't want a classy woman, you want something that looks like that instead. And so there is a lot of confusion that's being pushed out. And why do we create confusion? Because where you can divide, you can conquer. So that's the agenda.
I wasn't reading it. I was just having a conversation about why a lot of men pass up their wives, like their soulmate, because they have a false sense of sex.
Because they're not ready. Not
even because they're ready, but because they've had sex with so many different women. And their wife, the woman that it could have been the woman that God molded for you, but because you've been so you a freako now.
What's a freako?
A freako?
Oh, a freak hoe. The man is a freak hoe.
Yes. Yeah, like you a freak and a hoe. Like you can be either or, but you can definitely be both.
Okay.
But you're
Touché.
You're a freak hoe now.
Yeah.
You don't got all the porn star level chicks that you didn't want nothing with, but they tell. And now you meet a beautiful woman and you think she ain't it because she not a freak in the bedroom. That woman could have been everything that you've ever asked for in a woman.
Yeah. Would
you be willing to teach a man how to like physically please you ever? Are you into the realm of teaching?
Yeah. I don't feel like it's even teaching. I think you just kind of learn as you go. And I specifically like to ask, what do you like? So you can learn. I feel like we as humans get to learn our person like we learn a job. Learn your person like you do a role. Learn that person like you do, a speech, a memorization. Like the more that you learn your person, the better you can be for them and see if that person is actually for you. So yes, I think you teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to sex you. You teach people how to do all the things with you by them just experiencing you. If you're willing to go deep, but most people just want to be shallow. In my opinion.
I love that. I have one last question.
There's got to be more than one because you got all those other questions too.
I feel like I've asked all of these.
Well, that's good. It means we're really hammering down on these questions. There's so many of them, though.
The only one I didn't ask is like, how come on podcasts we don't see seasoned couples who've been married for years?
How many seasoned couples do you know that have been married for years?
Yeah, all the couples that we grew up watching, they all falling apart.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I want to have my parents on the show, to be honest. I want to have them separate and I want to have them together.
But also, like, it's just the difference of the generations. Like, we're in a technological...
My sister's been married. She's been with her guy for like 20 some years. My oldest brother's been with his girl. I think they just had their 27th wedding anniversary. My little brother's been, although, sorry, Ahmad, I love you, but I don't know if they're going to make it. But they've been together for like, I want to say 10 years. My brother Brad is engaged to his girl. He's been with her for years. I feel like I come from a family that gets married, you know, like it's like a thing that you do. And also, in America, my family's in Canada. My sister Lauren is not in Canada, but most of my family is in Canada. I just feel like most men are afraid of marriage in this day and age.
I wouldn't because I mean, think about it. Women, I was watching a video about a man who was complaining. He said, I worked 20 years to become a lawyer and create a life for myself. And a woman that I met 10 years ago or 7 years ago or whatever, who didn't have no influence on my success, can just come in and just take half.
Get a prenup. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's literally the most idiotic statement I've ever heard in my life.
I'm speaking about this is a good conversation. Speaking about prenups, right? A lot of people don't want to get prenups because it's like you're putting faith in the failure of our marriage. Like, no,
it's not. It is a business. This is why people drive me crazy. Contingency plans make sense. There's nothing wrong with having a contingency plan. You get life insurance, not because you're going to die tomorrow, but because in the event that you do, your family doesn't have to worry about it. And in the meantime, you can borrow against it and create wealth with it. There are so many things. It's the same thing like a prenuptial agreement. We're not doing this because we plan to fail, but in the event that we do, there's a contingency plan. But while we're in it, we're going to make it work for all of the things that we want to do with it. That's what I think. I think that people live in lack and fear, and they think love means possession, and they do things that are crazy, and I don't understand it.
You know, people use that as a reason to be poly. Like, I don't feel it. I don't believe in the love of possessing people. Like,
I agree with them.
What?
I don't think that love is possession.
No. They're saying that because they believe that monogamous love is possession, that they choose to be poly because they don't believe that love is possession.
I don't believe that monogamous love is possession. I don't believe that any love is possession. I think that if that's their excuse that they're using, that's why they're poly, then they're dating the wrong person. Maybe they just want to have a more free, open love, and that's okay. But I think the problem is people say, I love you. And when they put that on you, it's putting this expectation of everything that they think that love means is who you're now supposed to be. And that's just not the case in most cases. And I think that inside of that, when you don't act exactly the way that I'm saying that you should act, because I'm telling you now that I love you and you have these parameters in this box that you have to live in, because now you're mine, things start to get weird. Whereas before, pardon me, you made that commitment to a person. It was literally no parameters, no boxes. Like, yeah, you both have things that you can agree to. But I think that it's almost like relationship just starts to put like this pressure. And then you get married. I mean, I get why people are afraid of marriage, and I get why people get married. I could see both sides. It's a wild, wild west out here. This is Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Oh, snap.
It's Hunger Games.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
I
I could whistle or whatever.
Not even going to
I got some skills or whatever, you know.
All right, we're going to the Reddit now.
Oh God.
We're only going to do one.
There was a question that someone asked me.
What?
I hope I screenshot it. Hang on. I'm going to try to see if I can find it, because it was really eloquently put and a really great question. I think it was, oh no, that's definitely not it. Excuse me, guys, while I take a moment and look on my phone to find this. Was it this? No. Also, I have way too many photos on my phone.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, this probably ain't gonna be the way I find it. Ooh, definitely not gonna be the way that I find it. I didn't even plan on talking about this, but can I play something that I heard on Instagram?
Can you what?
Play something that I heard on Instagram. We just have to attribute it, right?
Yeah. Send us the
link.
Yeah, so we can add it into like a little.
Okay, so where is it? I want to talk about this. This was very profound to me.
Okay.
Oh, can we do like a little thing where you like put it on the side?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh my God. Okay, so there's two videos that I want to talk about. The first one is simple. It's this.
It took me a while to learn that, there's no way we could be everything to each other. We have different interests, different goals. There was this stage in my marriage where I thought that's what a partner was supposed to be. You should call me all the time. We should talk all the time. We should be each other's best friends all the time. Our marriage got better when I got better about that, because I think he already had that independence, this notion of, I love you. Even if I don't talk to you today. As I got older, right, I got more mature, more clear about my own goals. I realized that he can't be responsible for my happiness. I have to be responsible for that. I have to define it for myself. I have to learn how to achieve it. My husband is definitely a part of that, but he is not I cannot put him in the center of my happiness. That freed me up to let him be him and let me be me.
I love this video.
Yeah.
I love this video because I feel like it goes back to love is not possession. And when you can be free, I'm sending this to you right now, Kenny. When you at 4212, can you write that down if you need to? Look, I got the best team on the planet. They just be doing the things. So the thing about it is, when we start to understand that our happiness is not based on whether another person loves us. Our happiness is based on, do we love ourselves? And when we get so overfilled with the love that we have for ourselves, we can overflow that into someone else. And now it's a competition of who can love someone the most, who can be the best for the other person and for themselves, But we live in this world where it's like, no, my happiness depends on you. No, it doesn't. You sound narcissistic and controlling. You sound delusional and insecure. My happiness is not based on whether or not another person loves me enough today. It's based on, do I love me enough today?
Yeah. I mean, because it's just like this. I guess when you're always on the phone with somebody all day, every day, every single day, it's just like, what, like I don't know how to explain this without sounding like a kid. It's just like, you have nothing better to do with yourself. But
drifters. Those people need to read Outwitting the Devil by
Outwitting the
Napoleon
Devil.
Hill.
I promise you, I was trying to figure out what was the name of that book. Outwitting the Devil. Like I understand like a sense of security, but it's like, how much security do you need before it's like, okay, you need to go to therapy? Like, I can't. John is calling me. That's funny.
She almost answered her phone, y'all. Full episode running. Dear God.
No,
okay, back to you. Go ahead.
John called me.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like all day, every day, or I don't know, man, because I gotta at least talk to you once a day. At least, like,
I don't need that, to be honest. I feel also, let me say this, because I feel like there are a lot of women that want these ultra successful men. Mm-hmm. If a man has all day to talk to you, he's broke. He's broke. I'm sorry. He don't have no aspirations. He's not in his purpose on purpose. There's no way that a man that has a vision, a plan, a purpose should be talking to you on the phone all day. If you're young, okay, that's cool. You ain't figured your life out. Let that man figure that out. That's cool. But if you're in your 30s and 40s and you talking to me all day on the phone, I got questions for you. I literally am like, what do you do with your life? You know what I mean? Unless you've already built a business to a point where you've allotted that time, that now you have that, that's different. Another thing is, ladies. Ladies, this is for you. If you want to be with a top 1% earning, high value man, you have to be okay with having less time. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? It means stop pressing that man about when he's going to see you. Stop pressing that man because he may not have talked to you all the time that you want on the phone. And the problem with us as women is we naturally want quality time. That makes us feel more loved. But I'm telling you right now, some of us are asking for things that we actually don't want. If you want that kind of man, I promise you it doesn't come with the person that's going to talk to you on the phone every day. It just doesn't. Men got stuff to do. They got purposes to build. They've got dreams to go after. And if that means, pardon me, that maybe he doesn't get a chance to talk to you every single day. And then I can already hear the woman saying, we make time for what we want. You have 10 seconds to at least send me a text message. It's true. But what if right now that's not the season that they are in? What if? Like, what if the season of right now is to go out and get it and you get to be a supportive role, supporting what he has going on? Mm-hmm. And when it is the season of I can call you every day, then that's okay. Could you be okay with that? Mm-hmm. And if not, leave that man alone and stop asking for things that you don't actually want. But the problem is women are emotional instead of logical.
As somebody who was married to somebody who they couldn't stand on a regular basis.
Oh my God.
You want to save all that energy for when it's needed.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that you get in a relationship and the honeymoon phase is a thing. You always want to talk and, it's so cute.
At first.
Yeah, at first. But I just feel like once that runs out, if you don't have anything to stand on, it's just going to fall through.
Yeah, and I feel like even there's been times now, right? Mm-hmm. I have fallen asleep on the phone with someone before. Whoa. And I think that is really cute and it's really sweet because we both really want to talk to each other. And at the same time, it's like, I'm exhausted.
And I'd rather choose to speak to you.
Yeah. But we fell asleep because we were both too tired.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or because we're in different places. Like there are ways of making that woman and that man feel reassured, feel loved, feel seen, feel heard, feel acknowledged, feel wanted and desired. And that is important. And at the same time, you always have to understand the season that you and your person are in. Mm-hmm. And if you want a top 1% high value man, then you're going to have to understand and go with the ebbs and flows that comes with having that man. There are seasons. Get a skill. Get good at the skill. Make some money on the side. Make some money in the first place. Get busy. Have some goddamn girlfriends. Because if you keep telling that man criticism, it's only an amount of time until you wear him down. Talk to a girlfriend that you could trust, a parent that you could trust, somebody that you can trust, because oftentimes the stuff that we're mad about isn't even that serious. So now you get to take off the anger and the emotion and the wrath with your girl. So by the time you do talk to your man, you're sweeter. Because remember, men do really want peace. And men, you get to do a better job of creating that peace by being solid and being secure and having certainty and integrity, because that's important for a woman to operate as her best self too, because we don't operate our best if we don't feel secure in the situation that we're in.
Yeah, that's real.
Sorry, rant over.
I mean, nah, I feel like that's great.
I have one more video I want to share.
Okay, go ahead.
This is from Cruise Season.
Reddit story is a little long, so go ahead, continue.
This is from Cruise Season. Trill AC, shout out to you, sir. Anthony, always out here killing it. I just want to know thoughts on this video. I'm going to send you this link. Okay.
Like, man, I feel like we can problem solve without having to understand them. Most men have no interest in understanding their women. Most men just write it off to, well, you know, men are from Mars, women from Venus. We ain't gonna never understand each other. And it's just like, all right, I'm gonna just fix the problems as they come, and then we can go from there. True masculinity is taking the time to really study and really understand your woman, to try to get some kind of like relatability. It goes back to that emotional intelligence thing. I think it takes a lot of us a good minute to learn that before we can really start to relate to our women, more so as looking at them as a task to complete.
Yeah.
Just like he said, damn, that's another challenge. That's another job when I walk in this, instead of being on the same page with her, to feel like, okay, damn, we working through this together, as compared to, okay, this is just some shit I gotta handle.
Man,
What's your take? Kenny, what do you think?
you gotta know your lady.
You have to know your lady.
I feel like what he said was 100% correct. I feel like, you remember growing up where they were like, girls are from Venus and boys are from
Jupiter.
Something like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, boys go to Jupiter
To get more stupider.
and
Girls
go
are
to
from
college
Mars to get more chocolate bars.
Oh, no. Ours was girls go to college to get more knowledge.
That was another one too.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of Mars for chocolate bars?
Nah.
No,
I've never
Canadian.
heard
that's
Okay.
Canadian.
Right, for sure, 1,000%. So I feel like because of we are wired differently, like
Yes.
men were built to compartmentalize.
Very true.
Women are meant
Emotional.
to be emotional, and it's like our minds are like big balls of yarn that gets unthralled like as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like because of that,
I sent you that video.
men, a lot of times, men that lack in masculinity make it seem like that is the reason why they choose not to understand their women. But I feel like it's because of the difference that men should strive to understand their women more. Because the woman is the co-captain to your ship. If you don't understand your co-captain and the co-captain don't understand the captain, eventually the ship gonna sink.
It's pointless.
It don't make sense. What is going on with this?
I don't know the answer. I don't know.
Anywho, yeah, the ship is gonna sink, and there's gonna be nothing left. It's not a thing. Like, it's just not a thing. Like, I did some research into this, and I was like, should the co-pilot, or does the pilot know more than the co-pilot? And that's not the case. That's often a big misconception, that the co-pilot knows less than the pilot. They equally know as much.
Mm-hmm.
But they need each other to successfully get from point A to point B. And that's the same thing in a relationship between men and women. Like, we have to understand and know the capacity of the other to function. And I agree. Like, true masculinity is being able to understand your woman, wanting to understand her, because I feel like with understanding, it unlocks just evolution of love in the relationship. I feel like that is so necessary.
I feel like there should be so much pride taken by a man inside of having a feminine partner, because it says so much about that man. It's a reflection of him,
if his treatment towards her.
It says that he literally is a man that is certain that he knows who he is. He knows where he's going. He has phenomenal leadership skills. He's that guy. When you are in your masculine.
He's that dude. I have a theory that I want to run by you.
Okay.
And this ain't trademarked or copyright or anything, but I was literally in deep thought about this. Women are reflections, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of their man. right? And I was on the phone and we was talking about like skincare and all this stuff and how men, they can have shampoo, conditioner, face wash, and body wash all in one bottle, and they'll be fine. Skin flawless, eyebrows on fleek, lashes popping, all of the things.
Hate them. Yeah.
Right? And us women have to have an A through Z contingency plan on our skin, as well as do all of the things to represent ourselves properly to become the wife in the eyes of the man that's pursuing us, right? I believe that because women are reflections and also mirrors, well, they're reflections and mirrors, but they also multiply everything. I believe that is why women have all of these steps to go through in life. Like, it's like, we have the multi-step skincare system. We have the multi-step hair care system. We have the multi-step whatever system to evolve, because we're multipliers anyway. So I feel like it just takes more for us to be a proper reflection, because that's just who we are. We're reflections of where we are in life. Am I making sense?
Yeah, I think that that's the goal for women, to be reflections, because we are when we're in our feminine, but I think there are a lot of women that are not. I think that we live in a society where, especially Black women, they are more masculine. Now, this is the thing. The problem for me is not that women are more masculine. It's that masculinity is being weaponized against them. Like, there's a reason why they're in their masculine. You know, if you're living on your own, or if you are paying your own bills, you are doing your own deal, like, you're in your masculine. Yeah, but that's okay.
You're a reflection of your environment, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that a woman inside of her femininity, which should be the goal for every woman, which is why choosing the partner that you choose is so important, which is why doing things that you actually love is so important. Like, people are just naturally so reckless. They just drift into whatever it is, and wherever they end up, it's cool. And Napoleon Hill says that. Jim Rohn says that. I mean, hell, even God says it. It's harder for a rich man to fit through the eye of a needle than, yeah. So it's literally like most people are just allowing instead of being intentional. And there's no right or wrong way to do anything, but it's like, is that the result that you want? And I think that that's shown in the way that people show up in the world that are mirrors for a lifestyle of lack or a lifestyle of abundance.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like because within our being, we're multipliers of everything, of everything that we do. If there's anything that's chinking our armor, it shows in our being. And that's what I mean by we're reflections. Like, even if it's within us, like, it shows on us. Yeah. As well as the environment that we're in.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel complete.
Okay, great. I don't got nothing
you feel complete?
Yeah, for sure.
You feel complete?
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we got to find where all these other questions have gone, because we really only got to like 4 today, or not even that many. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. I probably sent them wrong. But guys, if you have made it this far, please make sure to hit that button below, get subscribed, hit that little bell so you get a notification with each new piece of content. Again, I am your host, Sarah Fontenot. We got Anissa behind the camera. We got Kenny over here on the switchboards making it happen. If you want to get enrolled in our free newsletter, hit that link below. And if you want to submit some questions, hit that link below. And if no one has told you today, you are freaking phenomenal. Bomb.com. Nothing can stop you but you. But you got to do something about it. I love you guys. Bye. Bye.